All right, competency on the Hamilton ventilator. So as soon as we boot up, we're gonna get this screen. It's gonna give us a lot of information. I already went ahead and connected all the circuitry. If you want me to go through that on a separate video, I can. But as you can see here, it's gonna give you male or female. We're gonna say male, we're gonna say 5'5", so 65 inches based off of their height, and it's gonna calculate your ideal body weight, which is 62 kilos. Based off the patient's height. Before we start ventilation, we're going to make sure that we're in the adult pediatric and not the neonatal, which has been an issue, I guess, lately. We have a default to adult CMV. We'll go through that later. We'll go ahead and start with the pre-op check. So we'll do a leak test first. And just follow the prompts. So it's disconnected from the patient. We're going to block the breathing circuit. It's going to give us some back pressure. And then it should pass us if the circuit was connected correctly, which it was. Awesome. We'll go ahead and check the flow sensor now. So start by disconnecting the patient. Flip the sensor around. It's a little easier when you've got gloves on so I can make a good seal. Flip it again. And if everything goes right. And passed. Okay. Go back to our modes here. This is how we can change what mode we're going to use. We'll just, I don't know, we'll just say, obviously ASV, NIV, all these are going to be like their own separate bag worms, but just depending on which one you choose, like let's say we're going to choose PCV+, we're going to confirm. It's going to give us all our basic modes. So we'll set our rate, obviously pressure control, 15 is a good starting point, rates 12 is a good starting point, PEEP 5 is all physiologic stuff. Eye time, again, like they kind of reiterated during the trainings, we're doing eye time and not IE ratio. Some guy came by and did an IE ratio, but we've reversed that back. Pressure limits, and actually we'll show you your IE ratio in here in the corner. So if you mess around with your eye time, let's put it to 1.2, which is kind of like our high on the eye time, then there's a 1.3. Flow trigger, your FiO2, we're going to set this down to 21% for this test, so it doesn't alarm us. Boom. Okay, PEEP 5. We can go to more, and we can change our P ramp. Again, kind of went over this already, so go back to our mode. So we're back at this screen, we got everything dialed in. We're gonna go ahead and start ventilation. I've got this guy here, test lung, and then we're gonna get a bunch of data here. If we wanna change the data that we're looking at, we can go here, we could go like a flow, or change that to say like graphics. We'll change it to the dynamic lung, which will give us our CStat, RNs. We can change our alarms right here to whatever we want those alarms to be. And yeah, we'll make another video kind of going over everything else. But I don't know if you want me to go into the physiology of how we're calculating all these or what we're shooting for, but those are the basics on controlling the vent. And yeah.